Hey there, welcome back into Sit If You're Able, final episode of the semester coming up, and new guest this week. We got Matt Craven joining us. Matt, a Bellarmine grad 2023, pitcher for us, and now he's playing a little pro ball, so we're going to talk about that. Matt, appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, no problem.
So what was your freshman year at Bellarmine?
2019.
So 19, so you were here kind of the end of the Division II
Correct.
era, into the Division I kind of.
Yeah, I was here for the last 2 years of D2.
Mm-hmm. In the first 2 years.
Three
Three
actually.
years. No, that's right. Yeah, 'cause
Yep, fifth year.
you got to count it. So starting off, I know at the end you were kind of our late inning I'd say closer. We didn't really have a whole lot of opportunities to close games, but you were a high leverage guy. Were you always in high school coming up? Were you always a reliever or?
In high school, I was more of a starter.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I really didn't pitch much in high school at all. I was more of a catcher. So I was our starting catcher all the way up until senior year. And then I played a little bit of outfield, and I just threw hard. So they threw me up there and stuff. It wasn't until here that I really became a true pitcher.
Okay.
Honestly, that's where I learned to pitch and stuff. Yeah.
I knew that you caught. I didn't know that you were
not
a pitcher until here.
Yeah, I mean, I threw here and there throughout high school and stuff, just because I threw hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really
Just had a good arm and they threw you out there.
right. Senior year was really my first year being a so-called pitcher, and I started a few games and stuff, but
Just kind of whenever they, yeah.
right.
So talking about being a late inning guy, because a lot of, notice especially in the major leagues, a lot of those late inning dudes in college, like big time college baseball for sure, a lot of the late inning guys are psychos. I don't get that vibe with, so when you're going in to close a game out, or you got a one run lead, or it's a tie game in the ninth inning, what's kind of are you trying to psych yourself up? Are you trying to stay calm? What
Absolutely. I mean, you have to do both. You have to be psyched up, amped up, ready to go, but at the same time, you can't be out of control.
Yeah.
You have to be able to control yourself. And I tend to try to separate myself from whenever I'm actually closing in normal life. So you say you don't see that I'm a psycho, but whenever I get out there, I'm amped up, in the zone, ready to go.
For sure. So was probably the best reliever we had the last couple of years there. You and Nikki P. We had Nikki P on the show.
Yes, sir.
Earlier in the semester. So last year was 2023. Now signed with the Schaumburg Boomers of the Frontier League. I think.
Yes, sir.
Kind of what's that transition been like going to pro ball?
It's been awesome. I mean, it's great ball. Everybody's super nice and everything. Everybody wants to play. Obviously, everybody always wants to play, but it's just different. Like I come back here and everybody seems so young here.
Yeah.
Up there, I was the youngest guy up there.
Go from being the fifth year senior to now the rookie.
Right. So it's completely different, but at the same time, it's still really highly competitive, just like college is. Everybody's trying to make up to the next level.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
So one thing that I do know, I don't follow the Frontier League a whole lot, but one thing that I've heard about it is like you guys are kind of the guinea pigs for all these new rules that they're testing out.
Right.
So I know that you guys had the pitch clock before, like even when you were in college, you had the pitch clock there. I think they did the shift limits there as well, where you can't go, your shortstop can't go to the first base side. So I can't think of are there any other rules that we haven't seen in the major leagues yet that are kind of?
Not that I know of yet.
Okay.
I'm really hoping we don't have the robotic umpires.
You don't like robo umps?
Yeah, I've seen what they can do, and I haven't been impressed.
Do you, not the fully automated strike zone, do you like the challenge system?
We didn't have that last year, so
Okay.
I've never pitched in it.
Yeah.
I think I would like it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, true strike zone. So if the batter doesn't think it was a strike, I mean,
That's
go ahead, challenge it.
That's what I wish they add in the big league. Like, I'll never watching a game. I'll never get like complain about a guy, get frustrated if he's missing a ball that's
Right.
barely off the plate. It's the ones that are like, yeah, that ball was 6 inches off the plate.
Right.
That you want
And
to
that's
get those right. So
Like as a pitcher, you love getting those, but at the same time, it's like,
at the same time, it could be, you miss a spot a little bit and it's still a strike, but you don't get the call.
Right.
And then you can, I know they have those, I know they have them in AAA. I don't know if we've seen the challenge system. Like you said they didn't have it. But moving on with pro baseball and minor league baseball, I think everything, you always hear the horror stories of getting on the bus for 18 hours and going.
oh yeah.
So, your team's Schaumburg, Illinois, so that's right outside Chicago.
Correct.
So what's the furthest bus ride that you guys have this year?
Oh, it would either be Quebec City, Canada, or New Jersey Jackals.
Okay.
So one of those two teams, I would say those are the longest trips. Quebec, we didn't go there last year, but we went to Ottawa, and that was like a 16-hour bus ride for us. So,
And these aren't, they're not trash, but they're not the buses where you get your own row and it's...
oh no, no, these are just exactly what we had
we
in
have here.
college. Yep.
You're
Miller,
just-
we actually had Miller buses from Louisville.
Oh, that's
Yeah. nice. So they had,
Nice connection.
yeah, I got there, it was like I felt at home.
Familiar with it,
Yeah, yep.
Only difference is instead of going, 3 hours to Austin Peay, now it's 16 hours to freaking
Right.
Quebec.
Right.
So that's definitely a change. And then just one more last question. Baseball wise, going pitching against and I think that the ASUN has some really good teams, some really good players, but it's a different game. Not even an affiliated ball. You go to indie ball, there's still pro players.
Oh, absolutely.
So what was kind of the wow, these guys are good moment, if you've had one yet? Or
I would say our number one starting pitcher, Aaron Glickson, he just blew me away with the control he had and the multiple different pitches and everything, but just the ability to go so deep in the game and have the control that he had throughout the entire outing was just like...
can put it where he wants to.
Exactly.
Whenever he wants to.
Exactly. It's like, I wish I had that.
Where's he from?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Aaron Glickson?
Pretty sure that was, I know his first name was Aaron. It was Glickson or Glickstein.
Okay.
But he's coming back this year. So
Okay.
he'll be with us again.
I can't say that I've heard of him, but the name does. It's a unique name.
Yeah.
And it kind of
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
familiar. So I might have seen him like in a regional or something. But and then kind of for you adjusting to that level, what was kind of mechanical adjustments that you've made or mindset adjustments that you've made to help you
I mean,
develop to compete there?
I haven't really had to change anything really yet. I'm still getting the feel for it.
Yeah.
This will be my first full season with them, hopefully. So I'm just going to go up there and do what I do.
Yeah.
And change if I need to or whatever.
Stick with what got you there?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's good stuff. So when do you guys open up?
I believe the first game's May 13th.
May
or
13th?
First or second week of May.
Okay. And then it's through September?
Yes, the
Mid-September.
last regular season game, September 1st.
And you guys, I do know this, that minor league baseball, you guys don't get off days.
Actually, I mean, we do get quite a
You
bit
do?
of off days.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
It
right.
looks like for a couple weeks in a row, we get Monday off.
Okay.
But there's
not
some
bad.
stints where it's 15, 16 days in a row.
Yeah.
But yes, we actually do get a couple off
Okay.
days. So
That was, I had one of my old high school coaches. It wasn't that league. It was a different indie league. But he's like, yeah, the season itself for them, it was late May to early September, so it was a little bit shorter.
yeah.
But they got like 3 off days the whole year.
Yeah, and
So-
I've noticed that every indie ball league is different.
Yeah.
Talking with Clayton Melbauer recently, he actually left for his spring training this past Monday, so just a week ago, or actually, a week and a half ago, last Monday.
Okay.
And I believe they're actually playing games already. They only had a week of spring training. We have 3 weeks of spring
Better
training.
show up in shape.
Right, exactly. But he's in the Atlantic League, so.
That's yeah. I know that might be. I think the Atlantic League is another one that gets kind of the guinea pigs tested out with those new rules.
Yeah.
Because there are a few that I've heard about. I think that's actually the league I was thinking of. Because I know the Frontier League gets a few of those.
Yeah.
But I think the Atlantic League, like they're playing around with moving the mound back, having them
Really? I've
having
heard
them
of
pitch
that
from
yet.
second base. Just not really, but
I know.
they get there are a few I can't remember off the top of my head, but they've had some crazy ones.
Huh.
And I'm kind of the shift regulation, okay, the pitch clock,
Yeah.
maybe.
And that was one
Some of these
change I noticed from college to indie ball was our pitch clock was 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Theirs was 15.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit less
there-
time, but it really wasn't that big of a difference.
Because it's just so big for you guys already having the pitch clock in college
Right,
now. So
right.
that was one thing I was kind of worried about because they've had the pitch clock in minor leagues forever before implementing it in the big leagues last year. So it was almost kind of last year is like, are we going to see a lot of younger dudes come up and outperform older, more established guys just because they've never, you've been a 4-year big leaguer, you've never pitched with a pitch clock. So.
And that's what I believe. I've heard the commentators talking about Brandon Fott. He was brought up through the pitch clock through the minor leagues. And his first year in the majors,
He's used to it.
right, he's already
Nothing
used to it. That was their first year. And they always commented how calm he was, how he could manipulate the pitch clock to his
Got different strategies now.
exactly.
You can hold on.
Exactly. And all the other, I wouldn't say older, but the more experienced major league pitchers weren't.
Who didn't? Yeah.
They weren't getting the hang of it.
No.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. Definitely. You look at and I don't know who keeps the stats, but I'm sure out there you can find who leads the league in violations, and I'm sure it's all old guys.
Exactly. Absolutely.
All righty. That's about all we got for this week. Appreciate the time and good luck this year. We'll be paying attention.
I appreciate
The
it.
Schaumburg Boomers.
Yes, sir.
It's good stuff. All righty. That's all we got for you today in this semester. Appreciate you tuning in all semester long. Yeah. Appreciate it. This has been Sid If You're Able. We'll talk to you later.